Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Strategic sourcing. A lot of procurement professionals find the term strategic sourcing exceptionally daunting, which it is not. A lot of authors have complicated strategic sourcing, laying claim and emphasis on significant steps. With more than 25 years of experience in procurement and strategic sourcing, I have narrowed that concept, that approach down to 4 maximum categories, consisting of, number 1, understanding your product, understanding the need. If you do not understand your product and you cannot properly classify or identify your products by name and or by category or group, that is where you have to start. That is why it is of utmost importance to get material groups and get an understanding of your material groups. A number of material groups together collectively becomes a category. Understand that. But also understand that strategic sourcing is a complete mind shift from the tactical or operational procurement that you are used to. It requires you to adapt an exceptionally forward-thinking methodology. And that is why forecasting is so very important. And a lot of people say forecasting is 100% incorrect. However, data, historical data, enables you to make accurate future assumptions, accurate future calculations with regards to product availability. And when it comes to product availability, it is very important to understand that every product, by the time it gets to you, has gone through 3 to 7 steps, 3 to 7 activities, 3 to 7 partners, each and every single partner adding its logistics costs, adding its markup. But each and every single partner brings a specific benefit, some specific attribute. Now, we have to pay for that attribute, and it's our duty in procurement to analyze that attribute, and that is why supply chain decomposition is so exceptionally important. And once you have done that, immediately you will be able to see where you can realign by removing certain components in the supply chain. That is number 1. That is your product. Number 2 is you need to understand in which market your product operates. That is why I use, and I've borrowed something from the marketing field. It's called the Porter's 5 Forces. Now, understand what is your products or your supplier's power versus your power when it comes to leverage negotiations. And it will also assist you greatly in determining where in the 4-cell or the Crutcher model your product eventually ranks. Once you've done supply chain decomposition, you understand where your product is, you understand where you are in the market with regards to your product supplier, and where the supplier is in the global or local or national market. It is then that you are armed with all this information to draft your request for proposal, or your request for information, or your request for quotation, depending on where your product ranks in the 4-cell, because that will indicate your tactics, because from there you have already determined what your objectives are going to be. It is a clear indication on what the ultimate objective of your procurement intervention is. And once you've calculated and determined all those facts, you know exactly what to ask for, you know exactly how to draft your RFQ, you know exactly how to measure your RFQ, because your objectives will be your predetermined measurables. Your RFQ is issued, you actually do your adjudication, and once you do your adjudication, because you already know everything, you know how to curb your cost drivers, you know how to curb your defaults, your non-compliances, your service levels, and yes, even supply agreements have service levels. And once you have done that, the 4th step is the implementation and the contract management and the supplier relationship management. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is as short as possible that I can put it, what strategic sourcing is. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Xavier Greylan. I've been a procurement professional for close on 25 years, and I'm also an admitted attorney. Thus, everything is about facts. Research the facts. Find the facts. History will dictate your current, will dictate your future, and will make a success of your strategic sourcing intervention.